Game time, Brian. Your name stain the icon. You need a way to the fire. Tatey with hammer stills gunned in the living room. Just a mailbag full, delivering letters. Now I'm dropping that fuel from the 9 to 5 to the Cowboys grind. Turn my voice into a platform. Game time, Brian. Every snap, every play, break it all down. Blue and silver pride, yeah, I rep this town. From the news to the rumors, every hot debate. If it's Cowboys talk, man, I'm never late. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep, and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every game day is game time again. Game time, Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Dak takes the snap, Micah on the chase. Talking O-line, defense, who's making the plays? Trades, rumors, draft picks too. If it's Cowboys news, then you know I come through. No network scripts, just a fan with a voice. Doing this my way, yeah, that's my choice. Breaking it down for the real, no cap. If you're riding for the star, then you know where we at. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every damn day, it's game time again. Yeah, top run, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as Sunday, Brian. Sunday. What's going on, everybody? Long time no see. We got a few people in the house. We got Suzanne. Suzanne is in the house. We got Dirty Sanchez. We got West Virginia Country Boy. We got Elena Walker. How are you, Elena? CZ, your stuff is in the mail, brother. Oscar Perini, Brooklyn Zone. Dwayne Sweetney. Next week, yes. Next week, I believe. Next Sunday, right? Next Sunday is Mother's Day, I believe. So over at Crowley, go Birds. In your words, not mine. What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to do a Sunday live stream. I do got the channel member link in the out there. So if anybody wants to join, this doesn't mean I won't do a video later. Meaning a live stream. I'll probably do a live stream sometime later this evening. Drew, you are my father. Oh, yes. Very good. My father has passed away. God rest Melvin. That's my father's name. Again, if people wonder why I'm a Cowboy fan, I would just tell you my father's name was Melvin. He was born and raised down Vera, Viva, Owen. They're all my great aunts and uncles from Texas. So again, that's where my family, my father's side of the family was from. My mother's side of this family is a South Philly girl. My mom met my father. My father was in the military. He relocated to South Jersey. That's what happens back in the day. They would move from Philly over the bridge to South Jersey. Cheaper. You could get a house with some land, and that's what they did. So anyway, May the 4th be with you. Yes, as the thumbnail says, May the 4th be with everybody. I was always a big Star Wars fan growing up. I always loved. I remember going to the movies, Vineland, New Jersey. Yes, Vineland. Isaiah Pacheco's Millville, Vineland. I remember going back when they had the twins. You know, you'd have like 2 movies in a theater. You know what I mean? Or the mall movie theater. I think we saw it at the original Cumberland Mall. If you know, you know. I think that's where I saw Star Wars originally. And I'll never forget because my father was fine, but my father thought he was having a heart attack. So right after the movie, we had to rush him to the hospital. So I'll never forget the first time I saw Star Wars. But Ultra Cowboys in the house. Sledhead, hey, game time. Hope you're okay. I'm good, Sledhead. How you doing, brother? How's Wisconsin? That dude Rollo, how are you? Good morning. So over it. Good morning. Absolutely loved Star. Yeah, I was a big Star Wars fan, Drew. Not that I know I did. I'm sure I had the lunch boxes. I had it all. I think, back in the day, it was kind of like, it just took us away, it was kind of neat. So I don't know. May the 4th be with you. I didn't actually know it was May the 4th. I had another thumbnail up and I looked down. I'm like, oh shit, it's the 4th. Let's put a 5-minute thumbnail together. I absolutely love Star Wars. Yeah. So I do got the channel link in, but yeah, I wanted to talk about a couple things. I'm going to do like a series of individual videos on each one of the players, but I wanted to play a quick a clip. Just give me a minute. There we go. I'm going to play this is just to first things first. Junior Adams. He was last year. He was the co-offensive coordinator and wide receivers coach. He is now the wide receivers coach of the Dallas Cowboys. We didn't get one, but we got 2 Oregon players this year. One we drafted, which was the Johnny Cornelius. That was the offensive tackle / guard out of Oregon that we picked ahead of Cam Williams that the Eagles picked. So I'm going to kind of follow both of their careers just to see, because I live here, who will ultimately be the better pick. Dallas could have had Cam Williams, didn't really fit in what they were, the zone type stuff that they want to run. And in free agency after the draft, we picked up Trayshawn Holden. Now, I'm going to show you a little video of Trayshawn. Again, everybody's crying for a number 2 wide receiver, and I get what you're saying in theory, but we didn't go out and get a DK Metcalf. So who really are we going to get right now? And like I said the other day, are we really going to run the ball? If we are, and all these resources that we're putting into the offensive line, first round pick after first round pick after first round pick, literally, sprinkled in with Amazi Smith. The talk is cheap. But anyway, let's listen into Trayshawn, because I'm excited about the player. Yes, I'm excited.
Tommy Yarsh here, joined by former Oregon wide receiver, now new Dallas Cowboy, Trayshawn Holden. Trayshawn, thanks for making some time as you've made your way here to Dallas. What are some of your first impressions of being here, walking around the building, and getting to meet some of your new teammates?
It's great. It's like an Oregon times 10. The facility is insane. It's crazy. It's very nice. City lovely. I can't wait to make something happen.
You mentioned the Oregon facility is one thing. How does this compare? Is it not even close?
It's not close at all. Oregon nice though. Oregon nice, but Oregon ain't got nothing on this.
As you've kind of gone here, I know one of the things I'm sure you're looking forward to is you get to reunite with your collegiate wide receivers coach and Junior Adams. What have your conversations been like with him up to this point, and how excited are you to get back to work with him?
Shoot, I'm very excited. He told me if he got the chance to come get me, he was coming to get me. So he he got a dog. Yeah,
you got a dog.
So,
what's your relationship been like with him over your time in college and now having a chance to grow that to the professional level?
It's me and his relationship is more than player coach. Like, I call him if I need something, just to talk to somebody. Like, me and we got a really good relationship. So it's good that we have it in the pros for sure. Yeah.
I know that it's somewhat disappointing to not get drafted, but how have you attacked this mindset of, okay, I'm going to come and show something here in rookie minicamp?
No, yeah, I mean, I was hurt, that 24-hour rule, I was hurting, but now I'm here and I'm ready to make it happen and do what I can to show everybody I belong. Yeah.
What are you looking to prove, not just for people, but for yourself here over the course of these next couple of days in minicamp?
Prove everybody wrong. Everybody. I'm coming for heads. For sure. That's it. Yeah.
Trayshawn Holden, thanks so much for the time.
Nice to meet you.
Listen, everybody, as it starts raining outside. Listen, I just want everybody to understand that I want a guy who's fighting for his life. I don't know. Ask anybody. I hate comparing it, so I'm not going to compare it. I'll stay away from war. But basically, a wounded animal is is somebody you don't want to come across. A wounded animal. What is a wounded animal? Maybe a guy who wasn't drafted. Maybe a guy who, as Trayshawn said, he's what? He's 6'2", 205. His wide receiver coach, Junior Adams, who's now with the Cowboys, said, "I'm going to, if I can, I'm bringing you to Dallas." We have a bunch of wounded animals that we've added to this team. Okay, Ultra reached out to me this morning to see if it was a channel member. I push everything to the last minute. Honestly, when it comes to these live streams, sometimes I just didn't. I haven't done a live stream like this in a while in the morning. And I'll probably do one later tonight. So again, I'm trying to do as many as I can for the channel members. But I don't know how anybody. Listen, if you're not a Cowboy fan, I get it. If you're not a Cowboy fan, I get why you would laugh at us. I get it. We deserve it. But us Cowboy fans, I'm trying to give you glimmers of hope. And this is I believe, a diamond in the rough that was not drafted. And I'm going to dig into why he wasn't drafted. I really am going to dig into it because he has everything you want. He's got speed. He played in a dynamic offense. Maybe there's some off the field things. I don't know. I will dig into it. But I'm excited that we got a guy with some of his traits. Now you say, well, does this mean you don't want a number 2 wide receiver? No, I'm not saying I don't want a number 2 wide receiver, but I wouldn't mind bringing Amari in for competition or a Keenan Allen. You could have a veteran come in. Now, are they what they were? No. But I want to welcome in my channel members. I did reach out to them. This was a last-minute thing. Normally, they have time to wake up and do. We got Randy. We got Ultras in the house. We got Wade. I reached out to Jesse, but he's probably he's working over his giant he's probably working over his giant Jackson Dart blow-off doll right now. So we'll give him some time. But welcome. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you? It's a little early there. I know.
No, early. Shit, it's 9:30 here.
I
It
know,
ain't early.
but you're retired, man. You're not on the golf course.
I get up about 5:30 every morning.
Okay, good. Me too. Not this morning. But Ultra, what's up, man?
Yeah, Randy's like my mom and dad, retired and getting up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning still.
Well,
yes.
Here's the deal yesterday. I was going to do a live stream. Yeah, you're still muted, Ultra, so I always double mute. So I was going to do a live stream last night. Phil went to a comedy show. He got free tickets to go to a comedy show with this girl. I wasn't going to say don't go, right? So, and then I'm up at 4:45 right now with this new job. So it's like I never fell asleep. I had ordered stuff from Lowe's, and I've been putting it off, and they're saying, come pick the shit up, come pick it up. So after work, I came home, picked up the wifey, we went and picked up all the stuff that we had got, and so I didn't fall asleep. So it was like, I was nodding at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do a live stream, because I knew that was what was going to happen. So I didn't even get to see my UFC last night. I kind of woke up at 2 in the morning, was watching a little bit of it, but I'll try and do something tonight. But what's up, Ultra? How are you, man? Post Dallas trip, how you feeling about the Cowboys?
I loved what the Cowboys did during the draft. I think they solidified their team. I just think for them to be competitive in the NFC is for a couple of players to come back healthy and for them to actually get a wide receiver number 2. I'm calling for Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce out of the Colts, right? Isn't that who it was?
Correct.
Yeah. And I'm with you where I want a body, but Wade, like when it comes down to it, Wade, and thanks for hopping on, brother. Are we? I mean, if we're not taking this serious, right? Tyler Smith, right, dominating left guard, right? Now you got Tyler Booker, hopefully a dominating right guard who is going to come in day one and start. And we invested Tyler Guyton, right? Cooper Beebe was what, a 3rd-round pick? I think we've allotted enough high draft capital to run the friggin' football, Wade. Aren't you excited about that aspect of it?
Yes. The only thing I'm worried about on the offensive line is left tackle right now.
And I agree with you. He's got work to do.
I'm more worried about Guyton than Steele.
Steele's going to be fine.
Steele's got more experience and more skins right now. Guyton's kind of, his confidence is kind of, it's shaking a little bit. I mean, he's benched like twice last year. I mean, he's got to get his shit together pretty quick.
Well, again, we don't know, right? I'm not going to go and.
But hey, I'm not going to say he's bust. I'm going to give him a whole season. I'm going to give him this entire season this year.
Only Cowboys players get one season, and then they're called busts.
What I will say is, if he literally is getting benched this year, bro, I don't know.
Well, again, he was thrown into the deep end of the pool, and my man hadn't, learned to swim yet, really, in the big boys. He played 7 games in college with Oklahoma. 7. Yeah. And then you're coming in and playing left tackle. Probably, I don't know, ultra, but Randy, I mean, what's the hardest position to play? Some would say quarterback, but I mean, let's leave that aside. I would say corner and probably offensive tackle. Probably left tackle is the hardest thing because you're going against the best athletes. Am I wrong?
No, I think corner is the hardest, honestly, to play, because if you've got your balance, you're good on your balances on stuff. You can play outside lineman.
Right.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think we got good pass rushers. I think the offensive line's getting solid. I mean, we need another number 2 wide receiver. And hell, I would, trade for someone, and I'd get Amari Cooper. I'm just saying, don't just stop by getting a number 2 receiver.
I don't think they're going to stop.
As possible in here.
I don't think they're going to stop. Ultra, are they going to stop? Isn't this different? I mean, that's why I was kind of annoyed with some of the fan base. Again, you could listen. Right. People can, criticize, right, Ultra, what we've done, but you can't say we haven't done anything. How could you say that?
No, I think I want to get a little touch base on the offensive line. One good thing about Dak is pressure from the outside he can handle well. It's pressure coming up the middle is what Dak has problems with. And now you added 1,000 pounds of beef up the middle. So I think their offensive line is going to be very strong up the middle. I think you have the potential of having 3 All-Pros upside that middle. I was against the Tyler Booker pick until actually I got to talk to his dad and to him. And when you talk to that young man and you talk to his dad, you can see he's well-grounded and he's going to work hard. He loves to be in Dallas. So I'm totally on board with the Tyler Booker pick. I think they're not done. I think they're going to dress the wide receiver too. If I had my crystal ball, I think it's going to be one of these 3. Alec Pierce, Rashard Bateman, or George Pickens. All 3 are on 1-year deals left. All have extra wide receivers. So those are the teams I'm looking at for the Dallas to probably give up a 3rd-round pick to go get one of those guys.
And I would be okay with that. I really would, because I'm kind of lukewarm on Amari because I think we got Amari Cooper here. I was sent a video. I'm trying to think.
Trade for one of those guys and bring in Cooper. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry. I would literally trust Amari Cooper over Jalen Tolbert or fucking Mingo. Come on now.
But again, like you say that, but somebody sent me a video of Mingo. But I was watching his college tape, and dude said, well, he was a beast in college. Let's just give him a chance. But yeah, Drew said you hated the Guyton pick. Yeah, and everybody hated the Travis Frederick pick as well. Everybody hated the Tyler Smith pick. Everybody hated it just because people hate it. I got news for you, Drew. Most fans are wrong. I'm sorry. Most fans are usually wrong, right? Yeah. We hate the pick until they do good. Now, wow, we love the pick. Unless it's a top 10 pick, which ain't hard to do, people. Picking in the top 10, your grandkid, like my kid could do it. Yeah, it's not hard to do. You're picking in the top 10. It's picking in the bottom of the draft is where it's hard. And if you could hit on those picks, now you're cooking with gas. So, it is what it is.
Can I bring up a little tidbit that I was listening to Kyle Yeomans?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kyle Yeomans said 35% of the Cowboys pick from the 1st round to the 7th round at least become 3-year starters, which is 3rd in the league, which is pretty remarkable when I heard that when he was saying it a couple of days ago.
Say
on
that
a
again.
news channel.
The third.
From
Yeah, go ahead.
35% of the Cowboys draft picks become 3-year starters. They're third best in the league.
Ah, okay.
And
So who's 1 and 2? I'm curious.
I didn't mention who was 1 and 2, but I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. Probably
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Probably Baltimore.
Yeah, probably Baltimore's right, and maybe I don't know, because Eagles have done a lot of their work in free agency. I don't know. The Eagles would be top 3, maybe recently, because they have done well recently in the draft.
Maybe Kansas City.
Maybe Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yep.
Maybe Kansas City. Yeah, that would be. I would have to dig into that. That's very interesting. But
I will say.
yeah,
I want to say this. Going on what Wade said, I agree with Wade. I would go out and get. I would like Garrett Wilson from the Jets. If we could get Garrett Wilson, I'd get Garrett Wilson. But I would also bring in another body. I would bring in Keenan Allen, to be honest with you, because I think we need a change. I don't want to retread players anymore. I mean, we've gone young. Let's stay young and go young. You know what? I would give a second-round pick for Garrett Wilson if they could get him for a second-round pick. He's got speed.
I don't know
I
don't know that they could, though. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I want them to go. You know, they started this situation with going young, and now I think we've had an excellent draft, and I think Booker is going to be an All-Pro in a couple of years.
Yeah. Want the Cowboys going into the season relying on Mingo and Tolbert, bro. They better not do that.
I don't
shit.
either.
No, but
Better
they got
not.
CeeDee Lamb too. So just
Yes.
remember that.
But Mingo and Tolbert, I know everyone's saying give him a chance, but how about hell no? Trade for something that is already proven and is putting up numbers
All right,
every
so I
year.
would say I would tell you this. If I said Dallas never gave Jimmy Smith a chance, and Dallas was too quick, too quick to see Jimmy Smith go off and be a great Cowboy, and he left Dallas too early. We didn't let him develop. He went on to Jacksonville, and I believe, is he a Hall of Famer? If he's not a Hall of Famer, he should be. Jimmy Smith was a beast. So again,
I think Jalen Tolbert's on his 3rd year.
I'm not saying Jalen Tolbert.
Let me bring something up about Jalen Tolbert. A lot of people are shitting on Jalen Tolbert, but he had 610 yards.
Yeah,
with
he
7
did.
touchdowns. He's a great wide receiver.
And
number
who
3.
was his quarterback?
He is finding a wide receiver too.
Who was his quarterback? Cooper
Rush.
So give him a chance. Listen, we're saying, Wade, go out and get a wide receiver. We are. But when you have a top 2 or 3 wide receiver already on your team, you have Mingo that they invested a 4th-round pick. They're going to get somebody, but to say that they're going to need to go get 2 people, again, just give this kid Trayshawn Holdings,
Here's my argument to that. This is where the Cowboys and the fan base gets in trouble. I am done being comfortable with what the fuck we have on our roster. We do this year in and year out, and so does the front office, where, we're good with our guys.
Well, they're not saying they're good, but you want
guys
2 guys.
aren't good enough sometimes.
I know, but I want to see Mingo and I want to see a veteran. Now, how old is Alec Pierce? He's got to be in his 20s still.
If you could trade for a number 1 from another franchise or a number 2 and bring in Amari Cooper and keep your guys, you roll with that.
Yeah. That would be
as fucking possible.
But my thing is this. Why do you have to go out?
Cowboys. I need a T.O., I need a Terry Glenn, I need a Patrick Creighton, and I need a Jason Witten.
Terry Glenn was mid. Yeah, Terry Glenn was mid.
Cooper's done.
Amari Cooper might be done.
Amari Cooper is Amari Cooper is better than Jalen Tolbert and Mingo.
No, he's not. Pull up the stats for the last year compared to this one.
Is.
The poodle is washed.
It
You guys are living back in the past. The poodle is washed.
Hey, happy birthday to your late mom.
Brother,
I'm
you
sorry.
said Amari Cooper was washed after he left Dallas, but he threw up 1,300 yards.
That was
What did he have last year? 547 yards. He's washed.
That was 4
He
years
doesn't want to
ago.
practice. He will not fill into the new culture of Brian Schottenheimer. The dude is washed. Go get a young number 2 wide receiver. I agree they need a number 2, but don't grab somebody that's eligible for Social Security. Get somebody that is young.
Especially when the whole roster's
Oh
young.
my God, who cares if they're old if they still produce?
They don't though. He hasn't.
Well, okay.
Why
I get
don't
the
Buffalo
argument.
want him back?
I get the argument with everyone. Okay, his numbers are
Yes, yes.
decreasing. If people are getting, look, I don't give a fuck how old the wide receiver is. If he's putting up numbers, you get him. People
He
were
didn't
saying the
put up
same
numbers.
about-
That's the
I'm not
thing. That's what we're
saying
telling
Jerry
you.
Rice.
He had less
Jerry Rice
numbers.
was 41 fucking years old, putting up over 1,000 yards receiving, bro. I don't want to hear
Wade.
none of this huge shit.
Wade. He put up less numbers than Tolbert, and he had Josh Allen throwing him the ball last year.
I'm not saying I'm not saying go. You can get Amari Cooper or someone else, but look,
I'm just
tired of
saying that. We're
everyone
talking about Amari Cooper. You're effing this, effing that. I'm trying to stay monetized here, and you're dropping f bombs every other word. And you know,
buddy, I'm tired. Hold up, I'm
you
tired
go
of
on Law Nason's channel and you're kissing his nutsack. You come on
I'm
here and you
tired
say
of
f this,
everyone
f
just
that.
talking about youth movement. Okay, if a older player is still producing, I don't give a damn how
Sorry,
old
hon.
he is.
Again, I don't know
I'm
what you're.
just
I don't know
simply
what
saying.
side of the bed you woke up on. All
Hey,
we're saying is,
Ultra Cowboy, hold on. Bobby Wagner is like 50 years old, and he's better than every linebacker on our team. I don't want to hear none of this old. We need.
I
Bobby
disagree.
Wagner?
I disagree. He's
No.
not better than Overshown.
No
He's
way.
not better than Overshown now.
No.
Bobby Wagner, you get him in coverage.
Overshown is a cripple.
Didn't Bobby Wagner give up 55 points a part of that in the NFC Championship?
Bingo.
Was
Yes,
he part
he
of that
did.
defense that gave up 55 points?
Eagles busted that ass wide open.
Overshown
Sorry,
is
now I'm
a
demonetizing
cripple.
myself.
He's a
Sorry,
cripple.
sorry, YouTube.
He's a cripple, though.
Now, listen.
We'll say this, guys. Honestly,
Vinny,
can
I
you
am. I'm
remember?
trying to.
Hold on. Hey,
Well,
guess what the old saying is, Brian? Best ability is availability in the NFL. Bobby Wagner's available, and Overshown isn't. He's
Why are we
busted
coming in? Why
back.
did I ask you to come in if you're going to be Mr. Negative? I don't know why I did this to myself. Fuck me, man. Lord have mercy.
I'm just going to say
What
that.
are you
Bobby
upset
Wagner
about?
plays 17 games a year.
Go eat something. But goddamn, you're. I think you need to carb load or something. You're like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Eagle fans love you in the chat. Why are you
Hey,
miserable today?
I had meatloaf this morning.
Why are you miserable today?
And meatloaf.
Okay.
I brought
just
you
wanna
in
bring
for
up
some from all week. You were happy. Now it's F this. I need 2 wide receivers. You're not getting 2 wide receivers. You got arguably, sorry
space.
everybody, you got
That
a
space.
1,400-yard receiver on the team. You got Mingo. You got a bunch of Jalen's. Go get me a number 2.
How come the Eagles can get all that crap, but we can't?
What are you talking about?
Eagles got like 2 number 1 wide receivers
No,
on their
they don't.
team.
They got a 1 and a 1A. Look
Oh
at
my
Okay, let me
look
kick
at
back on
Devontae
that
Smith's
on
numbers.
the
He's
Eagles.
good, but he's not a 1.
He's not a 1. He's never even made a Pro Bowl. Devontae Smith. Number 1 wide receivers make the Pro Bowl, buddy.
I don't understand that, Wade. What are we talking? We love Devontae. You know I love Devontae. He's not a number 1.
And Bobby Wagner's better than Overshown because Overshown's a
All right,
cripple.
well, then go root for the Commanders, man. I don't know what to tell you.
What I wanted to say is honestly, you know what, people are talking about Mingo negatively, but I went and watched his tape from college, and then I went and watched his tape in the pros.
Who sent
The
it
guy's
to me?
got freaking talent. I'm telling you, I don't think he's
Mark
going to be a
Hutchinson sent
bust.
it to me. Mark Hutchinson, shout out to him. He sent me Mingo's a 2022 highlight tape with Jackson Dart throwing dimes to Mingo again.
Yeah, he's not going to be a bust.
Here's
I
my
think he's
thing.
going to make things right well. And also I didn't realize that. I think what's our other receiver that Ultra was talking about that had 600 and something yards last year.
Tolbert.
Yeah, Tolbert.
Yeah.
Tolbert. I didn't realize he had that many yards.
He had
I
6
think he's
touchdowns.
a good number
7
3.
touchdowns. He had 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think Tolbert could be a good number 3. And I think we're going to be surprised at Mingo.
Well,
And if you watch the press conference yesterday, how often did a Dallas coach have a press conference by himself in the last 10 or 15 years? Never. That should show you that this team is being coached and done differently. That's all I'm saying. And in our draft, if you notice, we drafted a lot of linemen, offensively and defensively. We're fixing where it counts, I believe. I think this team is going to be better than people underestimate. I'm telling you, it's going to be better. We're going to win 10 games or more. I'm
Again,
telling
I
you.
don't know about. I mean, honestly, Randy, we got a lot. We got actually from today. It's 4 months exactly until Eagles open up on Thursday, and I want to transition to that. We heard our owner come out and say he wants the Eagles Thursday night at the Link. I would love that. I would absolutely love that because let's go right into the belly of the beast when they're getting their rings, and let's go play them. What do you guys think about that?
I wouldn't mind that. I think that it's going to be
I've been
Kansas
calling
City. I think it's going to be Kansas City and Philadelphia, to be
I don't
honest with
know
you.
about that, but yeah,
I've been calling for that, Brian. You remember I said
do.
Eagles
Yes.
Cowboys Thursday. We need it.
Yeah, Wade, what do you say? You go in there and put.
We need it. The NFL needs that game week 1.
I think that would be a very, a good game. It could go one of multiple ways, but good. If we got our ass embarrassed, good as far as the Jerry Jones. If we go in and get the W, then what? I mean, yeah. And
We're
then
going
what's
to
the excuse going to
Philadelphia,
be?
Brian.
What's that?
We're going to Philadelphia.
Well, I'll be there.
I would like to see the Eagles open up against the Lions.
At home. Well, they get the home game, so Detroit would go into Philly. So that might happen.
That's why
They
it needs
always,
to be a game. It needs to be Dallas.
Yeah.
well, they always imitate the Super Bowl or who was in the Super Bowl, it seems like. That's why I say Philly and KC, and we're scheduled to play them.
Here's my thing. Here's
So-
my thing, though, Wade. I mean, and Randy, I think that they would want to maximize both teams and the whole Taylor Swift BS, and maybe do Taylor Swift on Sunday Night Football at home, opening up against you name it.
Yeah, but we know dang well that that game isn't going to command more eyes than Cowboys Eagles on a Thursday.
I would love it. But we shall see.
But it'd still be whatever they do. Kansas City. I mean,
For whatever
we're playing
reason.
NFC West this year. I think.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
for whatever reason, it seems like they always want to match us up with the Giants. We'll end up going to MetLife
Playing the Giants.
on Sunday Night Football, which I'm over it. To be honest with you, again, we almost beat them twice again last year, or did we? Did we beat them twice?
Yeah, we beat the Giants twice.
Yeah, we beat them twice.
We haven't lost to the Giants in quite a while,
So,
actually.
Again, and I was talking to Cop Pizzle. He's thrilled, and he should be. They did a great job drafting.
Yeah,
but
they had a great
again,
draft.
having a draft, and again, my experience is you can't really rely too much unless it's plug and play players in the first round. I mean,
Game time. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, why is Drew worried so much about the Cowboys? Does he have 2 stars on his butt cheeks?
I don't know.
They're nervous, Ultra. They're very nervous.
I mean, he texted me yesterday saying how.
Cowboys for decades. I think he just hates us. He
was texting me like, how close do we really think they are? And that's a good question. I mean, on paper, okay, we're probably not as close, but we're the same team who won a division 12 months ago. You know what I mean?
We're a playoff team.
I mean, we lost players. You lost players. You probably lost more players than we lost. So I don't know. I think a lot of it is. I think the NFL is a year-to-year league. My question to the chat and you guys is, what teams that made the playoffs last year are not going to make it? Let's just talk NFC.
Washington.
Well, I mean, everybody's on the Washington Commanders. Giants are better. I'm the one that's been saying Giants are better, been laughed at when they got Thibodeau and when they got Brian Burns. But what did that do for them? So you tell me Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter's going to put them over the top? No, I don't. I still think they're a ways away from us. But again, it is a year-to-year league. So if they beat us one game this year, opening night in MetLife or something, okay, I can see that. I'm not so arrogant to believe I'm just going to roll. I mean, I think the division is getting closer.
But one thing I can say, even with all our injuries, we were one mistake on a punt block and 12 seconds away of going 9-7.
That's crazy.
We beat, I think, 2 or 3 playoff teams with all our injuries that we had. We still got like 10 of those Pro Bowlers from 2 years ago coming back. This team doesn't lack talent, and they had a strong draft. My thing is 2 key things, I think, that for this team to do well. 3 things. If Guyton pans out at left tackle, If they get a wide receiver number 2 and Diggs comes back healthy, then I think we'll be in that conversation to be one of the teams at the end of the
Yeah,
playoff
and
season.
that's a lot of ifs. I get it, but if again, like going back to Drew's question, well, I'm not rooting for it, but God forbid Jalen he suffers a season-ending injury early on. You're not repeating. You may have a decent year. You're not going back. So that's just the reality of the situation. If the Washington Commanders, I think Washington may be. I don't think they would make it if they lost their quarterback. I mean, that's rough when you got to deal with that. Let alone, I don't feel like rehashing last year, but then it's a year-to-year league, and that's what I liked. I just finished a video. I was a little late. Sorry about that, everybody. I was a little late. I was doing a Brian Schottenheimer video. This is a 31-year NFL head coach. Coach. This is his first head coaching. And I like the fact that Brian Schottenheimer is not going to change as an individual when it comes to being the coach of the Cowboys. He's going to stay who he is and just amplify it. And he said he saw way too many head coaches that were, coordinators who were elevated that all of a sudden changed. These athletes see right through you, right? I mean, you can't just be a different guy. So I think we stumbled on. I think we got lucky. I really do. Randy, I think we got lucky with Brian Schottenheimer. I think we stumbled. We got lucky.
I do too. I do too. For when you see players come in and they're talking about the coach and they're talking positive, I watched his daddy for years coach, and his dad was well respected around the league. And no matter what we get, we're going to get a lot of hate from everybody else out there because they're saying the Cowboys ain't this and the Cowboys ain't doing this and the Cowboys ain't doing that. But as long as I've been a fan, Brian, this team is more positive I've seen in a long time, and that makes a lot of difference too.
And like I said, who knows what that's going to mean for us this year? But it's positive, right? That's all. I mean,
yes, that's all that matters.
I mean, it's better than. I would say the one thing on the table that needs to get done is the Micah deal, right? And I think we would all agree, and they need to go out. I think you're going to see. I think Gilmore was a let's see where you're at, because he did suffer an injury last year. He had an injury with us, so let's see where you're at mentally. They could revisit that. Just go back in recent years. Dallas has revisited guys. They brought him in before the draft, had the draft. We got Kyer Elam. We went and drafted Savon Ravel. Stay tuned for that video because his upside is ridiculous. But they may revisit that. If they don't revisit him, then that's because they are more than comfortable with what they have. And I would say that they need a number 2 wide receiver. We could argue about what level of number 2 that we want. I would rather go young, but the fact that we got Mingo, I wouldn't be opposed to a veteran guy like a Cooper. Me personally, I know he's not what he was, but just to have him there, and then if Mingo is that guy, and the Trayshawn Holdings, who I love everything the kid is saying, if he comes in. Everybody says, "Oh, you can't do it. You can't do it." Well, okay, well, Puka Nacua did it. Thomas out of New Orleans, when he came in as a rookie, he wasn't a highly touted guy, Michael Thomas, right? So it can happen. Again, it can easily happen. So I'd rather give the young guys a chance. And I mean, you think this, Randy? Why are we so concerned about a number 2 receiver? If it's not a DK, and to Drew's point, he's right. DK was the guy to go get, but they didn't. Okay, they obviously reached out to Pickens in Pittsburgh. That's an obvious one. They've already had conversations, and now Dallas isn't offering them what they want. Well, okay, he's on a final year of a deal, is he not? So
yes, he is.
You're not going to get a lot in that situation. That's just not how it works. You don't give up and then have to pay. It's not. So I would love that, even though I don't know if he fits into what. Obviously, Shoddy was on board with that originally. So they wouldn't have done it without Shoddy's endorsement. So, okay, you know, I mean, I don't want to give up a high draft capital for a mid player. I'm not saying he's mid, but just saying a third round pick for him, I'm on board with it. I think that I don't know that Dallas would give up a third for him. I don't know. So we'll see. We shall see.
Drew is delusional, talking about our cornerbacks, our weaknesses.
Yeah,
If Diggs
he
comes
doesn't
back,
know,
there's
but
two
that's fine.
all-pro cornerbacks added with the top 50 player in Ravel. This guy is just, damn, man. This guy is something
Again,
else. He needs a bedpan mudslide. Jesus Christ.
That's what he does, man. That's what he does. Again, it's no surprise that the reason why the Eagles' secondary was that good was because of the dominant pass rush. Now we'll see with the loss of Milton Williams and the loss of Josh Sweat, if they're still that same dominant guy, and if they all stay healthy. There's a lot of ifs, you know. There's a lot of ifs going
But
on.
if Diggs
there.
comes back off ACL, there's no guarantee he's going to be at a good level
Okay,
right off the bat.
Yeah.
Coming
And
off an ACL, had two.
Vinny Hagen, Ravella's smooth. Ravella's very smooth. Yeah, you broke up, Ultra. So we didn't hear you, brother. Dallas still stinks, says Twiz. What's up, Twiz? How are you? All I know is Smitty is a Super Bowl champion. Yeah, no, I'm not here. I love Smitty. I'm just saying that has
No, it's
nothing
just Steele came off of ACL. He struggled all year.
Yeah. But
I mean, Steele, you know, he struggled all year coming off ACL, and Diggs is going to come off of ACL, and he's playing cornerback. I mean, that's
Oh my God! He plays with ACL surgery coming back. Jesus Christ! That's goddamn insane.
yeah. Ultra not their fault not used to winning. Walker are taking some sense and talking some sense. Well, of course, Rob, you
Of course, I'm talking some sense because I've seen it a million times. People over here, oh man, he's going to come back and play at a high level, bro.
But he did play for a high level, Wade. So did
He's
Overshown
coming
off
off
ACL. Yes, he did.
Diggs
Yes,
is
he
not
did. You just complain about
Overshown.
everything.
Diggs
If
is
you're the
not
type of person that if you're given $1 million
Overshown.
today, you would complain that you didn't get it yesterday. You're always constantly complaining. Not one Bravo Zulu for anything for the Cowboys.
My team has not won a fucking Super Bowl in 30 years. Shut up.
How long did it take the Eagles? 57. How long did it take the
Guess
Chiefs
what?
to
They've
go
been
back?
to 3 in the
50.
last 8.
Mommy,
They've been to 3 in
Mommy,
the
I want
last
my
8.
Super Bowl.
They've been
It's
to
my
3 in the last
birthright.
8.
I want my Super Bowl. Give it to
They've
me,
been to
please.
3 in the last 8. All I look is right now. All I care about is right now. That's all I care about.
Everybody believes winning a Super Bowl is easy.
You want me to be positive about a team that hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years and hadn't been to a conference title since 1995?
Conference titles are participation trophies. Just go ask the Commanders if they had a parade for that.
The Commanders
You're
get a lot
you're
more
the generation that
respect
grew
than
up
the
on
Cowboys
participation
right now.
trophies.
The
That's what has
Cowboys-
hurt. That is what has hurt football. You're the generation that grew
Ugh.
up with participation trophies.
Anyway. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks, Wade, for coming in and doing it, brother. I appreciate it. Sorry I asked. Anyway, all right, everybody. I will be back later tonight. Yes, I'll be back later tonight. We'll do another
I want to
one
win,
of
guys. I don't know what y'all want from me.
Yeah,
I really
again,
doesn't know
sorry.
what everyone wants. I mean, come on
Yeah,
now,
we
guys.
all-
I want to
we-
win
we-
a Super
we all-
Bowl. I
Again,
want to win a
again,
Super
you
Bowl, but
sound-
y'all literally want me to just say the Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl
Nobody
every year?
said
Is that what
that.
y'all want me to do?
Nobody said that. Nobody said
nope.
that.
No, but
Everybody
Ultra-
wants to
you
win.
know
I
what?
give kudos
You
as
think
well.
your
I give
opinion
kudos
is
when they do
always
something
right.
well,
That's
and
the
I
problem.
go off when they're doing something wrong.
I
But
just
it's
want
not
to
easy
see
to
us,
win a Super Bowl.
guys. I just want to see us when we're healthy and at our best. That's what I want to see. And if we're that, we can compete with anybody. If we're not,
Drew
we're
says
not gonna
facts,
compete.
Wade, so he loves it. So all the Eagle fans are loving it. So great.
It's because
I'm
it's
like
about
Emmitt Smith.
winning.
We need to
Yeah,
start pushing
about
back
winning.
against Eagle fans like Emmitt Smith said. That's what we need to do. We need to start pushing back.
Well,
That's what I
they hate
thought
the
Wade was gonna
they
do,
hate the
but-
Cowboys like we hate the Eagles. I mean, it's fair game. I mean,
I don't
hey,
care
you know,
about that. I expect it from them. I don't expect it from our own
I
guy.
could give
We've-
two shits
Yeah.
about an organization that won 2 Super Bowls. Win
We-
5, and then we can start having a conversation.
We've had an unbelievable positive offseason, and we've somehow decided to just forget it all and just say, well, we haven't won in X amount of time. Okay.
I'm not gonna say we didn't have a good offseason.
Again, I don't.
I'm
really
simply like talking
understand.
reality on Diggs. I mean, look, what reality is the game time. We've
You
had a
don't
good
know
offseason.
that he's not. What are you talking?
Yeah, you're right. I don't, but
you're using Terrence Steele. Okay. I mean,
But my God, guys, we got coaches that are going to be able to coach the offensive and defensive lines this year. We didn't have
Gallup
that
coming
last
off
year.
ACL wasn't good,
he
Brian.
retired. He had his multiple. Diggs didn't have ACL. He had some other. He had the ACL 2 years ago. He had microfracture.
I was going to say Gallup coming off it wasn't that good. I mean, he kind of retired after and came back.
Yeah, all the Eagle fans are super chatting. They love it. Wade will be having his Eagle channel soon on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. We'll see. He'll be not hugging the birds.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Wait, let me explain something on the Diggs.
Thanks,
the Diggs
Rob.
surgery. Noah Brown had the same type of surgery in 2019, about the same time period, and the guy was ready for training camp. And the guy is still playing in the league. So
that's why they're talking about. You heard Jerry Jones talk about his work ethic. That means a lot.
I've shared the Savon Ravel video. He's running at full.
Yes.
Yeah, they said, is there anything you can't do? He said, no, they're just being precautionary. Everybody's
and
different.
I want them to be. I don't want nobody. I want us to go in the season healthy.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, I hope that our I hope guys like Wade, Eagle fans, and guys like Wade are negative, because when they're not that bad, then,
Hold on.
Then what do you
You know what?
say?
You know what
All of a sudden
irritates
you're
me?
gonna
I
be a
collect.
Mingo guy? No, you're not
I
welcome.
collect Cowboys paraphernalia. It's irritating whenever I'm around here in Dallas and I'm buying Cowboys paraphernalia on VHS Super Bowl tapes, bro. I have all that shit. I collect all that stuff. And 90s paraphernalia when we're winning Super Bowls. And I'm like, bro, I was literally shitting in my diapers when we won these. And I'm about to be a middle-aged man in my mid-30s. And everyone's telling Wade, calm down, be positive.
Talk to Detroit. How would you like to be a Detroit Lions fan?
How about a Cleveland?
How about a Cleveland
I don't know. I might
fan?
have killed myself by now if I was a Detroit Lions
let's just keep it real. There's 12 teams in the NFL never to win a Super Bowl. We've won 5, been to 8. There's 12 teams who never win a Super Bowl.
Ryan, don't say that too loud. They can't count past 2, the Eagle fans.
Someone said I wear my Eagles jersey to the Golden Corral, bro.
Yes, I believe it. So
Eagles fans need a calculator for their Super Bowl wins.
You should come to the Dallas Eagle game. They'll love you. You're probably the guy who's got the Eagles shirt underneath the jersey, and if the Eagles win, you rip off the jersey and burn it.
Oh, hold on. I'm not Law Nation and AOC's defender. I've argued with Law Nation so many times.
There you go, boys. Get him. You guys
I've
see, he goes on their channel and it's like, yes, Father Law. Yes, I respect you. You know what? Dallas has done some good things. He comes on here. It's fuck Dallas. Dallas needs to get 2 number ones over top of CD. It ain't good enough.
Why not?
Well, because
I'd like 2 number ones.
We already talked about we want to win in the trenches, right? Which is why you go get a Jay Toya, you go get a Tyler Booker. Why the F are we going to get a Tyler Booker to throw the ball 35, 40 times? I don't want to do that. I want to run the football. So I want to play more of a conservative. Don't let my quarterback throw pick sixes in playoffs, right? I know. I mean, I'm sorry. I had to go there. But, I'm trying to play a little bit differently the style of football. You got Josh Allen being commended, throwing the ball 11. Wow, he won another playoff game. Well, he threw the ball 11. He had 11 completions.
Yeah. Y'all didn't see the episode on Law whenever they hired Schottenheimer. I was on there for like 15 minutes doing a rant.
I'm just saying, we dodged the bullet not getting that headache Deion Sanders. And, before we get out, because I don't want to be too long, we'll go an hour. We'll go to 11:15. What's your thought on now it's coming out that half of the NFL teams took Shador off of the off their draft board? And we'll start with whoever. Just somebody go. Do you think that's right?
What I'll say about it is the reason they took him off is when he came out or his dad came out and said, we're not going to go to certain teams. None of these owners are going to put up with that crap anymore. They're just not. I don't care what your name is. And I think that hurt him worse than he could have been hurt altogether. He hurt his own self, I believe.
Yeah, well, it seemed
I
like.
got the whole dang chat clowning my ass.
Yeah,
Damn
thanks,
it,
brother.
man.
That's what I was trying to tell you when I texted you. I'm like, just go. You're making it, but thanks for the super chat. So you did make me $9. So
This
minus
is
the
insane. Everyone's
minus the
just beating me
30%.
down in the chat.
Yeah, so that's what you got to look
Everyone's
forward
beating
to.
me down.
That's what you got. Hey, you'll be the Mark Holmes a 2.0 where you just shit on everything, and then you welcome the trolls. I don't mind trolls, but I don't want them at the numbers that Mark's getting them. I don't need YouTube that much to have that many negative. I don't know. I just can't surround
I wear
myself
my
with-
Joey Galloway jersey to Golden
Joey
Corral.
Galloway, another waste. Sorry, Joey Galloway. That was a waste of a
Yes,
pick.
that was.
Sorry.
2 picks.
Everybody
2
wants
picks.
This is what can happen. And we didn't do it once. We did it again with Roy
Roy
Williams.
Yeah.
Roy Williams. Remember that one? You got to go get
Oh,
ourselves
that was
a
terrible.
stud like Wade once.
A 1 and a 3 for him.
And then you go get Roy Williams and he shits the bed. And meanwhile,
Hey, I thought we
here.
were going to get over the top when we got Roy Williams.
We had Jimmy Smith here and said, nah, you're not good enough. Goes on and has a friggin' unbelievable career. Jimmy friggin' Smith. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Somebody, you know, Wade ain't keeping it real, Rob. Wade's just trolling your ass. He just wants it.
I'm frustrated.
He ain't. See, this is why I got to deal with you keeping it real. No, you're not keeping it real.
I'm frustrated.
I'm
Hey.
not saying it's not frustrated. I agree. But
Alana, the facts are 2 Super Bowls. We have 5.
that would be keeping it real. But they don't want to. They don't want to keep it real that much. We want to kind of stop short
Who's
of that.
rushing the passer for the Eagles and Commanders? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, we might have the best pass rush in the division going forward if everything works out. But ifs and buts are candy and nuts. Right now, Eagles Super Bowl champions for a little longer. For a little longer. Once the season starts, it's over. It's going to be 100%. But we'll see, man. I tell you one thing. I did listen to Howie Roseman. I want to give him some props. He's talking confident, and that's breathes an air of confidence in that building. So if you're an Eagle fan, you should be excited because Howie he's addicted to winning. So he reminds me of the 90s of the Cowboys and how they just wanted to get it. So we'll see.
He's breaking out the Leatherhead championships now. He says they have 5.
Drew says Drew, I think your defense is pretty good. It's not subpar. I don't think the Eagles defense
Brian,
is
can I
subpar.
say something? I say
Don't
something?
say that
Didn't the
about your
Eagles...
team, Drew?
Can I say something real quick? And I'll leave you with this. Didn't the Eagles finish the year before 1-6 and they were in turmoil, but they made a couple of good acquisitions. All of a sudden, they won the Super Bowl. Why are they the only one different? They don't think any other team in the NFL can have that same type of success.
Wade says, wear my Rocket Ishmael jersey to Golden Corral. Yeah, that's a good question. It is what it. I mean, you go ahead, chat. Answer it up. We'll give away something tonight on the live stream. I don't know. I'll probably do it 8:30, 9 o'clock. So those are
MJS, you're in kindergarten because it wasn't in the 70s. It was in the 90s, 3 and 4 years. Get a clue.
Yeah, and if our jackass owner didn't do anything, we would have probably won more. But he was too busy. He was
too busy cheating on his wife.
Yeah, making babies. 5 rings makes me feel good about this year. Now, all the moves that we've done in this year, Twiz, makes me feel good. I feel like we have a youth movement on the Cowboys, even at quarterback, right? God forbid, if Dak tears hammy off the bone, we actually got a competent backup that I'm looking forward to that he can get better.
MJS, you're the clown. You forgot about the 90s.
The Patriots are still up in arms over that trade with Milton.
Yeah, the fans don't like those Patriot fans are not happy.
I wouldn't be happy either.
They're not happy because they know that, I'm telling you, Drake May. I'm just telling you, everybody, I'm not a huge fan of Drake May.
MJS, you're a clown.
Me either,
72 and 78. What about 92, 93, and 95? I forgot. You don't got the calculator?
MJS coming in strong. I still like
The
Greer.
Eagles are going to make the argument theirs is in high definition. Ours are in
You could, yeah,
VHS.
okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, when on your headstone it still says two, it could be in high def, it could be in black and white. It really don't matter. But again, I'm not here to talk about our 5 to their 2. I'm just here talking about this upcoming season, and I'm excited as a Cowboy fan. There's no.
Look, I feel good about this season. I
There
just
you
wanted
go.
to get more weapons.
We were just saying get a weapon. You're like, fuck that. We need 3. I was like, okay.
Oh yes, give me all you can. Give
I
me
get
4.
it, but
give me
there's no
4 more
reason
weapons.
to go nuts over it. We've
Give
already.
me a go trade for a good one technique.
You like Jadon Blue?
Give me a better one technique.
Well, they just got Jay Toya. Did you look at? I mean, where Dane Brugler had Jay Toya in the draft. One techs don't go high in the draft.
Hey, Toya is going to be a playmaker. I'm telling you, don't underestimate him.
Dane Brugler had a third round grade on, and I like Dane. So again, and I kept it real. He also had Booker in the 20s. Listen, we all admit that we would rather have Booker in the 20s than at 12, but we've heard that he wasn't going to make it into the 20s. So you got to take him where you think you can get him. I mean. It is
and
what
Houston
it is.
Houston made a bad offer to us too, and they wasn't going to take that.
Houston was trying to trade up for Booker, people.
Yes,
that's who they wanted. So, and Houston was where, Randy? Where did Houston draft?
Houston was 25.
So they were 25. They knew the Booker wasn't making it to him. So listen, like what I would like to have gotten? It is what it is. If he goes on to make Pro Bowls, who the hell cares? Right? Who the hell cares? So.
No, Booker will be. No, but I think Booker's going to be here for 10 years.
There's a lot of Cowboy wannabes in this chat today. A lot of them.
Welcome. What's up, D'Angelo? You got Mozzie. D'Angelo Cranston, welcome. Where you been, bro? Where you been? You just come in once a month now? Anyway,
D'Angelo. Got Mozzie, but you drafted Jordan Davis at 13 over Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Davis, they did not ink a long-term deal with him, which was
a 2-down lineman at 13.
So Jordan Davis is not here long-term. He's on a 5th year. They can still work out a deal with Jordan Davis, but normally Howie, I was surprised. Normally Howie addresses these situations early if they plan on keeping the player. So I would expect Jordan to possibly leave after this upcoming year. They do like Ty Robinson. I know Drew was clowning me a little bit, but now you're hearing rave reviews out of Ty Robinson out of Nebraska. So look for Ty Robinson to eventually, be a part of that. I mean, he's a rookie, so we'll see about this year. But again, we'll see. Jordan Davis has a ring. Yes, he does. So what does that mean about if he leaves? I'm just
so is the 53rd player on the roster.
Yeah. So does Britton Covey. I think he's still out there.
All I'm going to say is I'm 64 years old. I've seen 5 Super Bowl winners. How many do y'all have?
All right. Well, with that, we're going to drop the mic there, everybody. Let's see here. Where we at?
Keep going. Take it to 12 o'clock.
Nah, I have stuff to do here, even though it started raining. I will be live later tonight. Thank you for the spirited, even though Wade kind of brought me down a little bit, but I'm feeling a little better.
Y'all have a great day.
Rob, nice seeing you back, brother. I miss you, Rob. Bobby Babinski, thank you. Big supporter. Philly Oldhead, what's up?
Maybe Golden Corral will tear you up.
Want to make a bet, Bobby? I'll bet that bet. I'll take that bet.
Bobby, make sure you come in later, bro. We'll work on all the bets. Flip Shelton, what's up, brother? Let me just, before I get out of here, let me say my regulars here. Go back. CZ, did you get your shirt yet, brother? It's on its way. Who else we got? MJS, you come in hot, but I appreciate you. Mem10, what's going on? Twiz, as always, Drew's here. Brian Pumper, what's up? D'Angelo Cranston, Dustin Bosley, what's going up? I haven't shipped your item, but it will go out tomorrow, Dustin. Acme John, where you been? Where you been, Acme John? Clemente Espinosa, I thought something bad happened to you. Where you been, Acme John? Got my boy Clemente in here. Rollo's in here. Who else? Anybody else? I think we covered everybody. If not, Adrian, who's this? Adrian Erne. You guys got excited every year to do nothing. No, not every year. But anyway, all right, everybody. Hope everybody has a good Sunday. I'll see you guys later this evening sometime. Make sure your bell notifications are on. Thank you to Wade, even though he kicked me in the nuts as soon as he came in. Thanks, Randy.
I didn't say we were going to be bad this year, though.
And thank you, Ultra Cowboy. We'll talk later, my man. I know Ultra's frustrated. I can tell. He's like me. He's like, what the F? We're trying to have a nice Sunday conversation, and this is just our own guy turned on us. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate you, brother. I miss you.
I may have turned on you now, but I will show up for the Cowboys on Sunday, though.
So, all right. So, thanks, Rob. You'll go in the hopper, brother.
Take care. Take care, Wade.
Here's the deal,
You
Wade.
too, Ultra.
When you have your,
I thought everyone hates me right now.
yeah, when you
Damn
have
it,
your
boy.
channel, don't get me wrong, we will all sabotage one of your live streams like you did
Go
today.
for it. You come in, you sabotage the living hell out of it.
We're gonna sabotage your shit, and then
everyone
you're gonna be like
come in
bumbling.
and just. Hey, I'll let everyone take over my live stream. Go ahead. Let's have fights and
let's
have arguments.
Listen, nobody's getting blocked in here. I think I've done a good job of getting rid of the people who block. So, again, if anybody's been blocked, just email me at GametimeBrian@gmail.com, and we'll get you unblocked. I don't think they can. I don't think they can block you. They could hide you for a period of time. But actually, the way I have it set up, nobody can get blocked here. So, all right, everybody. I'll talk to you later.
Hold on. I will say this. I am frustrated with Cowboys, but I will say, everyone, Cowboys gonna make the playoffs this year.
Oh, here we go. So now you're writing checks.
But how far they
baby,
go,
5
that's
rings.
another.
This is for
That's another
Drew.
story.
There you go, Drew. With the last word, suck it. 5 rings later.